Alright, hey guys, I'm back for another episode. One of these is a trap chest. This is a trap chest. Something has happened here, and while I was offline, and I am not opening that chest. So I guess the first thing that we're doing this episode, well, the first thing we're doing this episode is killing this Enderman, so I hold grudges against Endermen. But the second thing we're doing this episode is figuring out what on earth is happening with this. That's certainly something. I mean, I suppose I have died once, so it's not the end of the world if this trap does kill me, but like, I'm not hugely interested in dying right now. It goes nowhere. I don't think it's physically possible for any other bits to be powered off of this. I guess I'll just break this and act like nothing happened, huh? Alright. That is deeply concerning. Maybe somebody started a trap. Well, I'm guessing it's Raheem, honestly. But maybe somebody started a trap and then didn't finish it. I was walking over this little bridge that I made in the last episode on the way to base, and I actually really like it. This is quite nice. And I'm glad that it leaves this so nicely opened, too. So I don't know, it feels like progress. Progress has been made. The base is a little bit more come together. Yeah, definitely somebody's been around here recently, because these were all fully grown last time I checked. Apparently Raheem has been elected mayor. I guess we'll just go with that. I said that Raheem can only be mayor so long as he holds re-elections. Well, I said that anybody can be mayor so long as they hold re-elections. So I expect to see a next election date on that board. It doesn't have to be for a little while, like a month minimum, but like a month is the minimum duration that I would expect he would want to be in office for before the next re-election. And I'm assuming he'll just be re-elected again, but like, I don't know. I don't want any tyranny going on. Not that he's going to be tyrannical, but like, you know what I mean. Anyway, what was I gonna do? I think I was gonna work on the storage room in my base this episode. Maybe I'll set up the bee farm, because I want the bee farm so I can get the copper golems to not corrode. I have no clue how bee farms work, though. I know that they like flowers. I know you can use campfires to get the bees out of their hives and then yoink their honey. I think you use shears to get the wax, and bottles to get the honey. And that's the extent of my knowledge. I know that there's some really absurdly small honey farms you can make, but I want to make kind of a nicer looking one. Oh man, I'm gonna clear my inventory before I do anything, honestly. Well, I suppose now the best thing to do would be to start looking for a place for me to set up. That was an Enderman, but I suppose the best thing for me to do right now would be to start looking for a place for me to set up my bee farm. Alright, yeah. The Enderman conspiracy theory is looking more and more viable by the day, honestly. That's kind of crazy. Also, what is this? What funny business is happening through here? Wait, that's a dungeon. Interesting. Well, it's not a double dungeon, and the mob grinder that I started with was a double dungeon, so I'm not gonna bother with it. But like, it's neat. I'll use a silk pick so I can get out of here without disturbing anything. Odd little area back there. I'm not sure. Well, so here's what I'm thinking of. I don't want to. That's a power move by the Enderman. Teleport away from me and then land in my house. But like, I'm not sure if I want to build my honey farm up on the top there because I don't want to. I don't want to make it so that that entire area becomes the industrial district because I don't want the industrial district right next to my house. Also, where is it? Oh, it's over there. Oh, hi there. All right, done. That did a lot of damage. I gotta have my chest plate on more often. Or maybe I should get myself some netherite. Anyway, I'll actually organize my inventory this time and see you guys in a sec. Ooh, it's not lagging so bad today. The chunks are loading pretty quickly and there was almost no delay on the firework going off. That's pretty nice. So that doesn't bode well. Anyway, I want to build something that looks like a greenhouse, but I don't know where to put it. I'm actually tempted to go put it out by Raheem's farm area. I think that would be a pretty reasonable place to do it. Right, I also needed to make a manual pumpkin pie farm, because I don't have enough pie coming out of this to sustain me forever. Lots of things to do right now. I might actually make the pie farm right here, because this is already kind of starting to open up, and I feel like digging into the side of the mountain here would make a lot of sense. I don't know how deep the waterway down here goes, though. Ooh, this is much bigger than I thought, actually. Because, immediately the pumpkin part of the pumpkin pie is a 9 by 9, which is quite a bit larger than I thought. And I've got precisely a single block of leeway at the side here. So I'd have to make this much deeper into the mountain than I thought. So I think I'm actually just gonna fill this up and act like nothing happened. Alright, that's fixed enough. So I guess before I can do anything, I should look for a place to build my pumpkin pie. This was going to be the industry center of the base. I should build it here, huh? Interesting. I don't want to build it here yet, though, because, I don't want to work on this until this is done. This needs the honey and the storage, and in order to do the honey, I want food, and in order to do food, I need to start with the pie, which means that I need to begin by finding just some random place to build a random pumpkin pie farm. Should be relatively close to base, though, so I can have it growing while I'm in here. Maybe I'll actually just make it straight up on top. I'm going to build a tower right here. Perhaps the farm could go on the top of this little outcrop thing. That might make some good sense. I'll try getting over there. Right, so I see now that the tower I'm going to be building is going to come out of like this spot here. So I think that up here actually is quite a nice spot to put a manual pumpkin pie farm, because like it'll be overlooked by the tower and it's high enough up that it's not in the way of anything, but at the same time it's close to base, so it'll be continuing to go as time passes. I don't actually need a huge space, but I do want to get a pretty decent one. Also, in case you didn't know, this is how I like to make my pumpkin farms. I do 4 rows of 9, and then just have the pumpkins grow on these 2 rows, and then block off these. I've been thinking a lot about the recordings recently. I always record Minecraft so much more than I edit it, so I always end up with a backlog. Like, currently I'm recording on the 29th. We'll see when this gets uploaded. But, I sense it's not going to be for a minute. I'm actually a little bit excited to dismantle this house here. It has served me well for a long time, but, like, it's ugly. Right, I forgot. I usually... Ooh, lots of things. Lots of things. So, my intention was, when the base is finally finished, I'm going to light everything with redstone lamps. And this farm needs some lighting. And I should probably have it be redstone lamps, huh? So, I might go craft myself a couple of redstone lamps. I would imagine I need 3 over here, huh? So well, 1, 2 for the pumpkins. I'll probably use just 1 for the cane, and then 1 for the chickens, so that would be 4 redstone lamps. I'll see if I remember how to craft them. Quite lucky, I so happen to have glowstone around and redstone dust on me. Wow, that's very lucky. Alrighty. So, distracted from... I want to build an industrial pie farm, but before I do that, I want to finish my storage system. But before I do that, I want to build a honey farm. But before I do that, I want to build a pie farm. But before I do that, I want to get redstone lamps. That is what I'm doing right now. Oh, that's a crazy chain of events. And I still gotta farm wither skelly skulls so I can redo the wither. So much stuff to do. I don't mind it, though. It's always nice when you actually have stuff to do in a Minecraft world. When you don't have stuff, that things get worrisome. Though, as I've said, even if I do completely and utterly run out of things to do in this world, I intend to stick in this world forever, and then I'll just, like, come back later in a different part of the same world if I decide to temporarily quit. There was, oh, I have an idea, actually. I think what I want to do is I want to make this redstone lamp be powered by a torch instead of by a lever, and then I'll have a little pillar that the lamp will sit on top of. I would want it to be tough. Alright. I've got so little inventory space. I need a storage system so badly right now. It's crazy, right? Anyway, lantern holders. Do I want it to be just straight bricks? That's not bad. How about this? I think that looks nicer than the bricks. I think actually maybe the chiseled bricks will look better than the, yeah, I like this one the best. Should I put something on top of it? Oh, yeah, okay, this looks better as like a little totem thing. Now, do I want 2 of these or 2 of these? I actually want two of these. Interesting. I haven't liked this block for much, but I think for a lantern holder it works quite nicely. So this little redstone lamp totem here looks quite nice, but I do want to try it with two non-brick chiseled bits. Ooh, I think I like that better. It looks, surprisingly, despite the fact that these ones look sunken in slightly, it looks more robust to me. Like, this one's rounder, and the roundness of this central piece makes this one look more square, and I like the squareness of it. So I'll stick with this. And then finally I need to find a place for the chickens to go. That'll probably be actually to the side right here, and then I'll just move my infinite water source. Just in case you guys for some reason are even less redstone savvy than I am, torch powers block, block powers everything around it. This is around it. Oops. But that's how this is on right now. I think I picked a really good time to hop onto the One Piece boat, actually. Like, I think they said that they're going to end season 1 very soon, or maybe even yesterday, but the first season, 1,000-episode season finally ending is crazy. And I've been catching up relatively quickly. I watched 100 episodes over break and quite slowly over the school year, but I'm up to like episode 700 something, I think maybe 760 or so. But like, yeah, kind of glad that I got on so as it was heating up, I suppose. Anyway, chickens time. I need to make a nicer walkway around here because I don't want to expect people to walk through the cane every time they're going somewhere around here. So, yeah, funny business. I'll actually also make a little walkway around here because usually what I do is as I'm digging out the pumpkins, I'll walk down here and then I'll dig across this row and I'll want to come around and dig out the other row afterwards. So it's maximal convenience. I'll also try and make this area like completely nice and isolated and completed because I'm probably not going to want to continue working on this after this section is done. So yeah, the chickens were gonna go right here. I was thinking of giving them just a little 3x3 section because I think I only need a couple chickens to match this. Like if you remember from all the way over here, when I grabbed this a bit ago, this was at like 30 something, this was at 14, and this was at a bit more than. Wait, 30 and 14? Huh. The rates are funny, but I believe that it only took a couple chickens to massively outpace the pumpkins and the sugarcane, so I'm probably gonna get myself like maybe 5 chickens total over there. And then with 5 chickens, that should be more than enough. Raheem said he made a creeper farm. I'd actually really like to know where that is, because I got a whole lot of no clue. This is rather cramped in here. I kind of wish I had moved the pumpkin farm a couple blocks this way, but it's done now. It doesn't have to be done, actually. I could just pick up the whole thing and move it over 2 blocks, because, like, this is relatively. Yeah, I'm gonna move the entire pumpkin farm 2 blocks over. So, like, instead of having the stairs here, the stairs will be here? Yeah, and then there will be a nice walkway along here. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay, yeah. Holy, is this area nicer to be in when it's open like this. That's crazy. I might actually move the stairs over 1 more block. I won't move the entire farm again, but, like, just moving the stairs over will add that extra bit of space. Like this. Oh, yeah. Now that's good. Okay, and then the pumpkins will be growing right into the edge here, but that's not the end of the world. It is kind of the end of the world, actually. No, I'm gonna. Yeah, I'm gonna be ultra mega greedy. I'm gonna move the entire farm over another block. Oh, that also conveniently gives me a place to put my crafting table right here. This is probably the most distracted I've ever been. Like, I'm distracted from being distracted. There's like at least 5 layers of being distractedness going on right here. It's crazy. Like, I'm gonna give the chickens 5 blocks of shade and 4 blocks of glass roof so that they can not get rained on. I think that would be the nicest thing for them. And maybe even just a full glass enclosure instead. No, I'll give them fences so that they can, like, have at least some air. Of course, I'm thinking way too much about some block chickens, but I am a merciful god. You know, I might be, like, generational Enderman hater, but, like, it actually brings me a smidge of joy to realize that I have not heard an Enderman in a little while. Like, there have been no Enderman voops on the sidebar of audio. Alright, so the chickens shouldn't be able to escape from this cage, and you can throw in eggs just fine. So I'll quickly grab the chickens, bring over a composter, and make a storage setup, and then this section of the base should be completely finished. I might build like a little fence around here so that nothing jumps in. Like, not like there's a huge number of mobs around, but like, still would be kind of annoying if something jumped in. Maybe a tough brick wall would work nicely. I think I'll do that. Alrighty then, so finally the manual pumpkin farm is almost done. I just need to get in the chickens, and then this section of the base will be done. Of course, I said earlier that this is going to connect to the tower by this route, so that's why this section of the like kind of cliff side is open here. It's actually looking quite nice over here. I like it. The bamboo part of, not the bamboo, I keep saying bamboo, the sugarcane part of the farm is a bit large for my liking. Like this would be a lot of nice, like, just space to sit in if there wasn't so much bamboo. Sugarcane required! But, it is what it is. I also think I'll really like the center of my base once this is done. Like, once there's the enchanting room up here, and then the tower to the bedroom, and then this is like the full industrialized pumpkin pie farm. I think it'll be very nice. I should say it's kind of the same way for everything on this server, but if you want to just grab some of the stuff from the farm, I don't really care. Like, it's a farm, it farms, so you can take what you want. Oh, I just realized that by breaking this, I'm gonna be deleting this fine. Ah, that's a nuisance. I should replace the log here, like, immediately. Because I don't want this vine to decay, because this is my best way up here for now. Ooh, alrighty. Well, guess I'll quickly grab these pumpkins and then I'll put in the eggs. Oh wow, I got 2 in a row there. So that's 3 chickens. I think I said I wanted 5. That's 4. That's 5. Alrighty. Wait, so remember that the ratio was like the sugar cane got a stack's worth, the pumpkin got 40, and then the chicken did a stack and 16. So 1 chicken is worth 1 1/4 bamboo, which means that I should need 4/5 of the amount of sugarcane that I have. And then 4/5 of the amount of sugarcane, because there were 36 things of sugarcane, which means that I should probably need 80% of 36. Surely that's a nice number. Well, 36 divided by 5 is 7 and 5th, 7.2. And then 7.2 times 4 is 28. There's no way I need 28 chickens to keep up with this. That doesn't make sense to me. I guess I'll just toss in all the eggs and we'll see later. If I find the chickens not keeping up, then I'll add in more. That's quite a number of chickens anyway. But with that, This section is finally completed. So at least a section of my base is fully finished and furnished and everything. So we've got eggs, we've got pumpkins, crafting table and composter, pie ingredients, and eventually there will be a way up through here. I suppose it's not technically finished, but like it's finished as much as it reasonably can be for what I've got right now. Alrighty. Well, now that I've got a consistent source of pie, I suppose my next thing was the honey farm. So I'll work on that real quick. Not real quick, I'll get started on finding a space for that. Quickly, I'm gonna look for Rahin's farm area. Actually, I was thinking of making the bee farm near Rahin's farm area. Because it was nice and flat. Like, of course, I'm not going to take any of his space, but, like, it would make sense to build something that likes nice flat ground near the nice flat ground. That is a lot of farm, actually. Like, this is kind of hardcore. A full plot of... Not quite a full plot, I'll fill this out, but, nearly a full plot of all the best foods. Cocoa beans, sugarcane, pumpkin, melon. No eggs, so not a pie farm, so kind of mid. Spider hisses. I wonder if he'd lit this up. Anyway, I suppose you can see from the way that I set up my pumpkins. I prefer my pumpkins to be set up slightly differently. It uses a lot less water and has a lot more pumpkins. Also, I'm gonna quickly look for that spider, so I'll see you guys in a sec. I think I found where the spider was coming from, but that's quite an undertaking, so I'll leave that for Raheen to do if he wants it done that way. This is actually a really nice coast area though, so like I might build my honey farm out here. Oh, interesting. Where does this lead? I guess we're going exploring. What is this? Oh, maybe this is the creeper farm. Oh, is there another turtle around here? I might want to breed those turtles actually, because I do need more turtle eggs. But yeah, because this is a branch off of something that Raheen made, so it would be not at all unlikely for this to be another thing that Raheen made. I think I see a turtle over there, so I'm gonna try looking for breeding some turtles in a moment, but for now I'm gonna head up here and take a look at what's going on with this thing. Watch this be the most elaborate trap ever to kill me. It would be funny. This could use a water elevator up to the top because of the sheer amount of... Oh! Yeah, this is a creeper farm. Also, you should put some, like, carpets or something so the XP orbs don't get stuck in here. Oh, this is straight up a rocket farm. Because, like, creepers and cane. Neat. Anyway, I guess I'll do some toe poking for a minute and then grab some gunpowder. There was 39 when I got here, so I'll put 39 right here and yoink everything that I farm. Glad I found Raheen's farm, though. Wait, what? It wasn't letting me in. Like, I tried to walk into it and it just didn't let me. Ah, alright. Time to make my way back. This is actually a really good fly-off point. Maybe next time I do a map, I'll fly from here. Because it's so high up. Oh. I have errored. How? What? What? I want up. What do you mean? Upwards! Okay. Well, I'm gonna head to the bottom and just see about fixing this. Yeah, that place is at the top. So maybe you can only place scaffolding upwards if you're placing on the bottom block? I don't actually know how scaffolding works. I never really use it. I always like dirt better. Especially now that scaffolding has killed me. Dirt hasn't killed me before. What I see right here is sea turtles. Or rather, what I see here is turtle eggs. Alrighty then. Oh, another 4 set. And now I'm going to yoink all the eggs. What a terrible human being I am. That really went far there. That's crazy. Alrighty. Well, I looked everywhere for this last piece of scaffolding. I cannot find it. So, I'm just gonna leave it like that. Like, you can see I've got the hitboxes on, so an item should be glowing. But there ain't no items around here. There's just nothing. So, like, I got no clue. Anyway, you might see by this area, I'm relatively close to Raheen's farm area. This is the edge of the train station on this side. I'm thinking that I'm going to make the bee farm right about here along the coast. It seems like a nice little area to do it. Could use a little tidying up, but like this spot exactly right here, nice and flat, kind of open. When I clear out all these trees, it'll be super nice. So I think this will be the spot I'm going to do it. But actually, given the amount of time that's passed, I might actually call it for this episode. It's maybe on the short side of episodes in terms of raw recording time, but I don't know. Just it feels like a good stopping point to me. So yeah, I'll see you guys next time.